Hello everyone, Anthony here. This is going to be cracking open a cold one, an episode about cracking open cold ones. No, this is going to be a cooking video because I'm hungry and I just want to make a cooking video. I worked out, I didn't eat yet today, and we had some V8 hydrate. Good stuff. So what I'm going to be making, I've been wanting to make this. I've had this defrosted for a few days now, but I was trying to get rid of hot dogs, so I had hot dogs and beans the last like 4 days, which is only like one pack of hot dogs somehow, and one can of beans lasted me 4 days. But I think that's because I bought bagels. My bagels don't matter, but I had this defrosting, and I've been wanting to make dill. So dill and garlic and butter fish, and I'm going to throw it in the toaster oven. And then I'm like, oh, I can't eat just this. I have to have like a side. And usually with my sides, I have a vegetable and then I have a carbohydrate. So either whole grain pasta or brown rice. I'm not going to do that today because I don't feel like cooking that much. So I'm not going to be making rice or pasta. And that's also another thing to think about, like how to season it and whatever. So I just have some frozen Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna boil these and then cook them in garlic butter. And if there's any juice in these fishes, in this fish, that's gonna go in with this too. Oh, also, look at all these spices that I bought. Well, apparently I'm getting bad at recording these videos because I just recorded a bunch of stuff without you can see stuff without actually being on record. So I was showing you guys all my lovely spices that I bought and saying like how I'm never gonna get bored of cooking now because I have all these spices to try. And there's like a third row back here that's filled up of spices too. And oh, I did say green onions and chives. I didn't know which one people usually put in scrambled eggs. I know chefs put some of them in scrambled eggs. And so one day I tried green onions, one day I tried chives. Turns out I don't like either of them. And I think chives I like a little bit more than green onions in my scrambled eggs, but now we know. And then just to catch you guys up with this, so what I was saying, this bag had some like little leftover leaves in it, so I just rinsed out the bag and put that in with the water to save on my using what I got. And then now preheating the toaster oven, and toaster oven is at 450. I don't know, I just put it on all the way. And then we have this thing. This is what we cook on because it's a tray that lets air circulate and not dry out, not get your food soggy on the bottom. And then now in this pan we're gonna put some butter and garlic. What do you guys think though? Should I put the dill in with this or not? I'm afraid like when I heat up the dill with the butter, the dill's gonna like fry. But what I'm doing, I'm just making this to brush on my fish. And also I'll mix it in with the vegetables too. I can just, after this is cooked and the butter's melted, I'll sprinkle the dill in afterwards. This way there's no risk of the dill cooking. And we'll just use, I don't know, like a tablespoon or two of butter. We can always add more. And then now for these fish, I'm gonna pat them dry with paper towel. And I don't know what these fish look like, how big they are or what. All right, so we got 3 of them. Yeah, they smell like the sea already. I think we can only cook. We can only fit 2 at a time on here. So yeah, we're only gonna do 2 for now. And which is fine. We'll just stick this back in here. There's not really any juice left in here, so I don't think we're going to be able to use any fish juice. And the reason that I'm patting these dry is to dry them out so they get like kind of crispier, because when they're wet, then they just like steam in their own juices pretty much. So that's why I want to do this. Little bit of fish juice here. I think we can just dump this into the butter mixture. That'll be sufficient. It would be nice too to get drippings from this pan. Oh, there's a bone. Not supposed to have bones. There's another bone. Gotta check these for bones. Oh, there's another bone. There's a deep bone. Alright, so I'll just remember when I'm eating, just be careful for bones. And Brussels sprouts are done. I don't usually do this, but I think we're gonna brush these with, sprinkle some cold water on them to stop them from cooking. And we'll just let these drip for a little bit and then put them back in the pan. But now onto the fish. So this is what our butter and garlic mixture looks like. And we're gonna dump in some dill. Brand new, never opened dill. And ooh, baby, dill smells good. I've never used dill before, so I don't know how much to use. But I definitely want this to taste more like dill than like garlic. And right now it's definitely quite a bit of garlic. Man, the dill. And I guess it doesn't even matter if we cook the dill in here, because it's just going to get cooked in the toaster oven anyway. I'll move over so you guys can see me better. Okay, foil's on and I melted some more butter. So we'll get this slathered up and pop these in the old toasty boy. And then we'll just see them when we see them. That's what they look like. Alright, I think my battery probably died like quite a bit many times. Oh, don't mind this. I saved my boxes because there's a fire pit outside and I burned them in the fire pit. So I think my battery died a couple times in those clips and I lost them and it's too late to refilm them, and we're just gonna have to live with it. I didn't mean, so since this is the garlic butter that I have left with dill in it, I wanted to use this for the Brussels sprouts too and fry up the Brussels sprouts in here, but I didn't want to have dill with the Brussels sprouts. But since the dill's already in there, we're going to be using dill in the Brussels sprouts. So we're just going to let these chill right here, just let them sit by themselves. And then once the fish is almost done, then we will cook these up. But we'll periodically check on the fish, brush them with some of the old dill butter with the garlic, and have a meal. But boy, let me tell you, why do I feel like I'm acting here and not actually being a person? But boy, let me tell you, I'm starving. I'm actually starving now. And I feel like cheating and eating one of these bagels that I bought. And there's a story behind these bagels that was on my Instagram. The grocery store, you know how they have like the bakery section and the fresh bagels on the rack, and you can pick out 1 bagel, 2 bagels, 3 bagels, blue bagels. Well, and then put them in a brown paper bag, however many bagels you want, and then walk out to the grocery store. Well, because of COVID, they don't let you pick out 1 bagel anymore. They pre-package bagels in the plastic like that of 6. And I'm just me, I'm one person. They go stale if I buy 6 of them, so I only buy 1, maybe 2 at a time. I haven't had one of these bagels in 8 months also because I switched to eating whole wheat and whole grains, and these are not whole, they're semi grains. Polygrains, no. Hexagrains, no. Octagrains, we're not gonna get into monograins, right? I think just semi grains is probably the right term. But yeah, so I ended up with 6 bagels. I ate 3 of them. That's why I wasn't eating these fish, because yesterday all I was eating was bagels to use them up so they didn't go bad or stale. But also, I know that these plastic bags, the bagels aren't the same because they sit in these plastic bags and moisture escapes from the bagels, and the bagels get kind of condensation-y and moisture. So they're not like a harder outer shell bagel. So they're not the same as I remember them, and stupid COVID ruined my bagels. Solution to that is put them in the toaster oven. We can do that. We can put them in the toaster oven, heat them up a little bit. That I actually prefer them that way. I don't really have the time to do that most of the time. But also, here's another thing. Look at how big these bagel holes are. Never liked this before. I don't like that. I like big, thick, gushy, small hole bagels. So I don't know if you guys can hear that sizzling. Actually, you can't because I shut off the front microphone when I record audio. But here, listen to this. So we only got like a little bit longer on the fish, so I decided to start cooking up the Brussels sprouts now. Just want to get them a little bit brown, but I don't want to burn the garlic too at the same time, so just lower it a little bit. And yeah, I guess I'll show you guys what the fish looks like. So I switched the fish to just put them on broil, and this is what it looks like. I was going to flip them over midway, but then it kind of got flaky, and I'm like, oh, they're just going to get destroyed if I flip them. So, and I don't know what color being done is, so they might be done now, who knows. And there's some of this juice drippings that we're kind of missing out on. We could pour them into the Brussels sprouts, so it'll be okay. Ooh, baby. Would you look at that? We all good now. I guess I gotta do a bite test. Brussels sprouts taste like Brussels sprouts. Couldn't really taste too much garlic on that. Couldn't taste too much dill. Couldn't taste too much butter. Delicious. Here's to hoping this fish is cooked. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this in focus? I didn't even look because I'm afraid if I turn the fork around, it's gonna fall. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good.